All right, so we're back online now. Sorry about that. We ended up losing connection, and we didn't have any way of knowing if we were actually online or if we were end up just talking to each other about the rations pack. So
I'm going to try to get my phone set up so we don't lose them this time.
Sounds good. Yeah. So Rob opened up the sausage and hash browns, and I'm not going to smell it again because I think we missed that on camera. I can tell you for certain it does smell like cat food. That's not fit for cats either. And that's kind of what it looks like. It's nice and yummy. Maybe it tastes better if you warm it up with water, but I'm going to take Rob's word for it because he's eaten it before.
Yeah. Like the smell is, oh man, it's just like rancid, like chemical or something. I don't know what to tell you about.
Does it even smell like that even when it's not expired?
No, yeah.
Okay.
All the time. Yeah. As soon as you open that pouch, it hits you. I'm going to move that around. Oh man, that's bad. Really bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to dig in the cereal. I ate all my hamburger bun because we were sitting here like fools talking to each other. And then my phone pinged and went, nobody's here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah. What do you think though? Like the bread's good.
That's not bad.
Like it's 2015. Still
Yeah.
good. Like, you know, that and the cockroaches would survive. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's crunchy cereal. Like it's not bad.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the hot water off the stove.
That's what it looks like there.
It says serve hot or cold. That tells you how concerned they are with, you know, they're not really.
No matter what.
Yeah. I'm gonna top the coffee up here too. But... Man, that stove's pumping out the heat now too.
Sure is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's great. I like the ration packs. I've enjoyed many of ration in my day.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that out of all the ones I've had, my favorite is the blueberries and syrup, which is
Oh, it's still live.
really?
Still shows that we're live.
Oh, my phone's not showing it.
Maybe we're having connection difficulties for some reason, so we apologize if we come in and out or if this connection ends up ending.
Well, we're in Foymount, just so everybody knows. We're up in Foymount. It's the second highest point in Ontario, and even that doesn't have enough cell service. Isn't that wild?
So I'm just going to make sure that my phone doesn't turn off. So maybe that's the other reason why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my phone kicked out, and it shows 4 bars. Jay does choking these rations down. He might be okay today, but we'll see how he is tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
It's a long walk to the outhouse.
Although you said if you eat this for a week straight, though, that you never have to use the washroom, though.
No, honestly, yeah, you go days without. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, I hope the live works because that's, it's kind of neat, the rations, and I mean, I think they're important to have. I always stock them. Some of it's not great, but if push comes to shove, like I'd eat the cat food. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to call it. That's what it is. It smells terrible. Somebody washed it in bleach or whatever. I don't know.
Or a dog vomited it up or something, and because that kind of like reminds me of that. That almost reminds me of when Dougie gets sick sometimes.
What?
And the chunkiness of it.
Nope. Can't do it. No, the cereal's not bad.
Yeah. So we wanted to continue on with the live. So hopefully it'll still keep working.
Oh, so
And we'll see what the apples look like.
apples are good. What's the expiry on them? Coming back.
I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure where to.
2013.
Oh, so even older.
Good. What were you doing in 2013?
I was contemplating on where I was going to move. Yeah, we were still back in Kingston actually at the time.
To be honest, I don't think that's the. I don't think it's the expiry. I think it's the manufactured.
Yeah.
So then you have 5 years. Then, supposed to eat it after 5 years, but they still fed it to us anyways, and we didn't die. So
Yeah, I mean,
what's a couple more years?
just going to make sure this is still running. All right, we're still live, I think, here, and I don't see any comments. Hopefully, Kendra's able to take care of that. So let's open this bad boy up. So these are the apple slices. That's the brand that packages them and all that.
Well, a big piece of snow just came off. You hear that?
No,
Yeah. They're pretty wild. I can't wait to take a photo of that. The snow where it curled off the side of our shop up here.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? Like it's touching the ground and it's just a big ice sheet.
Yeah, we have our woodshed. The roof will do that quite often as well. This almost looks like peaches too.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same. That's apple slice. It's good though. It tastes good. Sometimes you can't tell the difference between apple and pear, but I mean, nobody cares at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're eating these things, flavor is not your most important thing, right? If you're eating these, it's because you're camping somewhere.
You're hungry.
You're hungry. You just need calories. And the bread. So unfortunately, I didn't have one with the bread. The bread is like a square loaf like that, and like you could bounce it off a wall. That stuff is rock hard. And honestly, though, you cut into it, and it's just like the hamburger. It has same texture, same flavor, but it's good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It's almost like a cornbread, eh?
Yeah.
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 I like it.
So I will try at least one of these because I want to be able to sleep tonight.
Oh, come on now, Jay. Be good.
Where's my gum? I already spit it out.
Did you?
Oh, it's wrapped up.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get your other gum. They come with 2.
I ate all 3 of them.
You took all 3 at once. You're a savage.
I didn't find that bad for the gum.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Don't eat that.
Yeah. If I don't come back home in a couple of days there, Kendra, you know why. I'm still in the outhouse.
It's still the outhouse. Yeah. Oh man, I can smell that. That's worse than cat food. What would you eat first, the cat food or that? Yeah. Oh well.
I'll get back to you once I get the stuff back down in my stomach there.
It's a good thing you got nachos, eh?
Yeah.
Joking.
I'll wash it down with the last of my bun.
There you go. Those are good. I like them.
Mm-hmm.
The jam though. Like if it was in stores, I'd buy that.
Same with the peanut butter.
Yeah, the peanut butter's good too.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. And it's old. I don't mind cereal.
Yeah, throw this in my canister.
I wonder though, like a lot of this is dehydrated, the fruits and stuff in the cereal and oats and whatever else.
Yeah.
But how do they make it last that long?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
But it's the same thing with the expiration dates that you get in the grocery stores, though, too, right? Like we'll have bread that's still in the fridge, for instance, for weeks, and it's still fine. So I don't know.
That stuff tastes just like Gatorade.
We're gonna give it a shot here.
You'd swear Gatorade made it. And I'm pretty sure it's just powdered sugar.
Yeah, for the most part.
Ingredients: sugar,
Which is basically all the ingredients that would be actually in those Powerades or the power drinks. So
sugar, dextrose, citric acid, and salt. But I mean, you drink one of these and you suck back enough water every day, you won't get dehydrated. Like even with all the stuff that we, I did or whatever at one point.
now this is a liter of water, so I mean it's you can taste it watered down because it says to mix it in with 250, but I do taste the it almost would be like Gatorade and in a nutshell. So
Well, you got banana oatmeal. Those are two things I don't like. Don't like bananas. Not a huge fan of oatmeal.
yeah, I'm not really a fan of oatmeal myself either.
I don't mind eating it, but like it's especially like when you're so in the their morning breakfast rations are all terrible, but they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So these are sausages and hash browns. I don't know if that's a breakfast one or not at this point. It's been too many years.
It kind of almost feels like it might be a breakfast,
cereal,
but
oatmeal, and whatever. Maybe you're right, but I know that like the lunch ones were usually the best. They're the ones that always had a chocolate bar in it.
okay.
Or Skittles or whatever. And then the dinner ones were pretty good too.
Mm.
You can get meatloaf. Believe it or not, there'd be a meatloaf come out of a bag like that. And it was like a little chunk of like protein packed meat. And it had like a green tinge, but he ate it anyway. Like
Yeah.
it was like meat and tomato sauce or whatever was another one. That was good.
Mm.
Then they started coming out with some cool ones now, and I was looking online because, like I said, these are my last of them, and they make like a poutine ration.
I've seen even like pizzas and what was the other one I seen there? Spaghetti.
Yeah, and there's a lot of guys that were kosher when it, because they get sick of eating that, so all of a sudden their dietary restrictions would change, right? So just to change the menu up. But the kosher stuff came with it came with some good food in it. Same as the, some guys. I had one guy, for instance, won't say his name. He was vegetarian every time we went away. Every time. Yeah, I'm vegetarian. Like what? Yeah, just for the trip because vegetarian meals had like almonds and
they were basically decent.
They were very good. Yeah, so they were a bit better to me. Yeah, vegetarian for benefit, we'll call it, I guess. Yeah, not too bad, Jay.
Just gotta make sure it's still going live. Yeah, we're still going live. So I mean, I think what happened is I had it plugged into the wall. And I find that when I have it plugged in, it affects the connection. Even if I was on the phone and stuff too,
Oh, really?
It would just either cut out or die out. So,
and this is so old. 3-in-1 doesn't even look like that anymore. I'll show you. That's the new 3-in-1.
Huh. Wow.
They're kind of neat. So it's coffee, cream, and sugar all in one. And then you just throw them in. Yeah. Yeah, these things are good. Really good.
Expired 2016. That just means it's well aged.
Good. 2016. March 2016. That's fine. This one expires Oh, see, it is. That's this 2024 February
Okay.
expired. So
And how long have you had those ones for then?
I just bought it.
Oh, okay. So it
2024
really
is
only
next
lasts
year.
for a year or so then.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I know for a fact they keep rations for 5 years. So this would have been expired a year after its inception.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. I know when I was in Africa, we ate expired rations. They were like 2 or 3 years expired and we still ate them. Nobody got that's it.
And you're still around, so.
Yeah. That's it. They do come with full card of matches, which is really cool. Like you got to start fire at some point, I guess.
Warm up your water or.
Yeah, the waters are neat. I don't have any ration pack heaters here. I do have some at my in my camper and at my other place. I have a pack of rations kind of stashed wherever because I used to keep them in the car or one in the snow machine or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But the ration heaters, you just add water to it, but it's like you break it and it's like a catalyst, and it's in a bag, something like this but bigger. So you just kind of break it like that or whatever, rub it around,
And then the chemical reaction basically would start the heating and stuff of it then.
Yeah, it heats up, and then you dip that in water, or you put the ration in it, and it heats it, and then you don't need a fire, and then you can warm your meal. Honestly, though, like out of all the years, going away or doing whatever, I didn't see a whole lot of people use the ration heaters. I mean, you just don't have time. Like you're busy, you're working or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably similar to anybody that's going to buy rations now, where you're hunting or you're out in the bush for the day. You just don't have time. You're just going to eat it. Like,
and that's where like these types of things would come in handy, and energy bars and.
Yeah. But an energy bar is only cut so long, right?
Yeah.
Where that hamburger with all that peanut butter on it and that, like, you'll be fine.
And there's still quite a bit that they give you, even, right? Like,
oh, big time, yeah.
So I mean,
I use the whole thing all the time. But no, the peanut butter's good. They sometimes have raspberry jam, sometimes it's strawberry, and I find that like the peanut butter and bread, the bread loaf or whatever, if I'd eat one of them, that would give me enough to do what I had to do. And we work 12-hour shifts, and I'd have enough that I wasn't thinking about eating until the end of the shift usually. Yeah. If you had to. And that's just something to think about for guys looking at rations is, you don't need a whole big package or whatever if you're building like meal prep kits, like, Yeah, because there is one company that sells this stuff individually. And like you can individually build your ration packs, which is kind of neat because, like, I mean, a lot of this stuff I'm not going to eat, right?
Yeah.
Like the cat food, I'm not eating that.
I still think we should put it outside and see if any animals eat it.
Nothing's going to eat that.
No.
I don't even like the smell of it. Like, like terrible.
Oh, I don't smell it, but I actually smell it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's still stuck in my nose.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I've eaten, there was one other one that, like the beans and wieners, I don't know if we cut out before that, but beans and wieners, best ration they had. Mm-hmm. And it's chunked up hot dogs with the beans in it. I don't know if we cut out when that happened or not, but that was awesome. Yeah. And then sometimes you get like a hot sauce packet or whatever in there, and you throw the hot sauce in. The Americans were really good to have Texas Pete's. So for any of the Americans out there, they'll know what that is. Oh, okay. Texas Pete's is the hot sauce. And I would always trade a ration or two because they loved this stuff. Oh. And they loved the chocolate bars because they didn't have the same kinds as us. Yeah. And when you're eating this stuff day in and day out, you're going to hit the same flavor after day 7. You're getting the same stuff over and over again, right? Yeah. So you trade with the Americans, and they'd want, a coffee or a chocolate bar, and I'd want the Texas Pete's. Because you put enough hot sauce and pepper on something, it doesn't matter what it is. Yeah. It'll take that smell out of it, and you can eat it. Yeah. That was kind of what we did with it anyway. But yeah. Kind of funny. Yeah. So what do you think, Jay? You're a ration pack guy now? You can do it, or you're just going to stick to packing your own gear?
It's hard to say. I'll probably just start, or I'll just keep on packing my own stuff. But I mean, it's definitely a great idea. Even like you had mentioned that they sell them in like the Cabela's and pro shop. So I mean, you don't necessarily have to get the sausage and hash browns, but
No.
there is a vast variety of different things I'm sure that they have developed over the years that you haven't probably even.
Oh, big time. It was changing whenever they'd send a little survey out, and I used to joke like, they don't care. What do you want to see in your ration pack? And we used to be like, pizza. And then one year we go and like, holy, there's pizza in here. And it was like a little square flat pizza thing that wasn't that great or whatever. And one was a poutine, and one was a hamburger, a full blown like hamburger meat or whatever, and you put it on the bun, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like I guess they were listening to us. We didn't know, right? We were just thinking there's no way you could put it in. But
so who do you think came up with this idea then?
I don't know. I don't like that guy. That's for sure. Whoever put that down, he was wrong. Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah.
But I mean, for us, like, it doesn't hurt to have the food kicking around. If you're gonna do a hunting trip or whatever else, like you pack a box of this, doesn't take a lot of space.
Yeah.
And you're good to go. So these are like my last two. Thank God we found a purpose to use them.
There we go.
Because otherwise I never would have touched them. I would have just took the good stuff out and then just got rid of it like that. And threw it far away. But yeah, and now I'm gonna restock my ration packs. You're supposed to do it like every 5 years. I mean, I think this is going on close to 8 years for me. So, but they're like $200. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
For a box of them, but it's worth it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I think that's about it.
Yeah. So make sure to try out the rations like Rob was mentioning. If you're a hunter or just out in the woods all the time, it's definitely a great idea to at least have something just in case, right? Like you don't know if you're going for a drive or something, right? Like it's always good to just be prepared and make sure that you at least can have something in those types of situations. Well, we're going to try and do another live tomorrow, hopefully, as long as the connection behaves and all that. And until then, you have a good night. We'll see you again.
Thanks.
Take care.